I'm playing with Alad. Alad and I are playing Precision. Last Thursday, we ended up losing to Imtiaz and his partner FaZe Moon. I don't exactly know who FaZe Moon is, but congratulations. They had a great game. We came in a very close second, so we're hoping to bounce back. Let's start with let's start off with my Precision 1 club hand. I've got 18 points, and so I'm opening a Precision club. Looks like partner's got 0 to 7, so I am going to rebid 1 no trump to show my range, which is about 17 to 19. And then partner can continue to bid as if I'd opened a strong no trump. And he'll just shift down his ranges a bit. So we'll see what he's got by his bid. So he's electing to pass. Usually a pass would indicate a hand with 5 or fewer points and nothing to transfer to. So I'm in 1 no trump, and I'll probably get to play it here. I doubt North will balance. That seems dangerous. On a blind auction like this, anything could be the lead. Most likely it's going to be a fourth highest of whatever South leads. In 1 no trump, I've got 5 top tricks and hearts and clubs. I will need some help from partner. If he's got the Jack of clubs, that's worth a trick, or 4 clubs, that's worth a trick. Queen of hearts would be worth a trick. Some help in spades would be especially nice. And the diamonds could be a weak point, but the opponents have to win some tricks somewhere. So here is dummy, and Alad has a hand that isn't super helpful for me, but it is helpful in that it might mitigate some downside. So I don't have a ticket to those diamonds. There's no real way for me to get there unless there's either a singleton queen of hearts or some kind of missed defense. But regardless, what this dummy tells me is that I'm going to lose 3 spade tricks, probably, 2 diamond tricks, probably, and then have to scrounge together 7 from my own hand. The queen of spades lead. Interestingly, it's the second of touching honors, perhaps, but more likely it's from ace, king, queen. And this will tell me that, this will hopefully set up a spade trick for me. I'm assuming there's going to be a spade continuation here. The queen might have been from queen 9 doubleton, which is a bit of a strange lead against a no trump contract. Yeah, so it's looking like it was a double. Okay, a tripleton lead. The queen from queen 9-6, maybe from. Okay, so here club shift. If clubs are 3-3, then I'm going to have 7 tricks in my own hand. So what I want to do is probably create the possibility of success in the case where clubs are 4-2 and the queen of hearts can offer a solution. So I'm losing 3 spades, I'm losing 2 diamonds, and I might lose a trick at the end. So what I'm going to try to do here is knock out the ace king of diamonds and then see if it puts the opponents under pressure. Here I can afford to throw a club, but I will be playing clubs for my hand later on. So North might be under some pressure here. I doubt North is going to throw off anything critical, but I will try to knock out, all the spades are gone. I'm going to try to knock out the last diamond honor here. I wonder if this will get through. Nope. So I expect another club from North. Here we go. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to discard a diamond. I'm going to discard a diamond. Clubs ended up being 4-2. Wait, no, that's a 3. All right, so clubs 3-3 take away a lot of the drama here. I can afford to throw off a diamond. And I'm sure that somebody's holding on to the queen of hearts here. With all the hearts and diamonds gone, best chance is hope South ducks with the queen of hearts. And then I take the last 3 tricks. And there we go. So making two should be a good score. It doesn't matter whether I play on diamonds or hearts. Both suits are winners. Okay. Here, first seat opening would be a little bit aggressive, so I'm going to pass. Our stated range is 10 plus here. This isn't worth upgrading at all. It's only 9. And we'll see how the auction develops. Let's look at some of the other tables on that previous hand. Looks like we did well to stop short in one no trump, but most people are only taking 7 tricks and no trump. It's pretty easy to take 7 with the 4-3 or the 3-3 club suit and the inevitability of a spade lead at some point setting up tricks for you. Um, and there's not really a suit for the opponents to attack. North is unlikely to shift to hearts. There is perfect defense. I think can hold it to down one, right? Maybe. Yeah. So if they're able to avoid giving away tricks, they can do better. Preemptive 3 diamonds by partner. It could be a bit wide ranging because he likes to make wide ranging preempts over a passed hand. So 3 diamonds isn't necessarily down, but I have a lot of cards outside the suit, which should help him out if he has one of the more solid preempts. I'm hoping this isn't a case of us preempting the opponents out of a doomed part score, though. We'll see what he's got. All right, so Alad had a reasonable preemptive 3 diamonds here, I'd say. Looks like this is probably not making, but can't say for sure. The 4 of spades lead. Uh, South open a spade, right? Yeah. So that could have been a singleton. I'd say more likely a doubleton at this point. South can't safely return spades if North's 4 was from a doubleton spade. But if South is going to cash ace king of clubs, then the spade loser can get parked on the queen of clubs. So we'll see exactly how Alad will set up his, or this is the same thing. So we'll see if this works. So I assume North will shift to a spade. If North indeed started with a doubleton, which is consistent with this defense. North might also play back another club, and if South started with a doubleton club, South will rough Alad's queen of clubs before it can be used to discard anything. But looks like North is leading the 3 at this point. North led the top of a doubleton. Now this could get roughed, but looks to be not the case. So with all of the side suit losers out of the way, it just comes down to the diamond suit. South has shown up with a king, queen of spades, and one of the top 2 clubs. So South is by no means guaranteed either the ace or queen of diamonds here. I think the best way to play this is to finesse the 8 and then come back, finesse the 9. Just seems when you have the entries, you might as well take the double finesse. There's no reason to do anything else. I think it's the odds-on play. Not sure exactly what Alan's thinking about. I think the Jack of Diamonds is a pretty clear card here. Playing the King, what situations would that work in? Assuming it's not a case of trick the opponents, the King would work if North has a singleton Queen of Diamonds. Um, but honestly, that's about it. Anything else, the Jack of Diamonds is right. So unfortunately, that Jack is losing to the Queen. But even if Alad puts in the king, the queen of diamonds is going to win a trick whether or not he plays the king first round or plays the jack the first round. So looks like this is going to go down 1, which is a little unfortunate because the opponents don't have a major suit fit. There's a very good chance that any part score is down. And well, with ace queen of diamonds offside, there's not a lot to be done about this one. Alad's gonna rough, play a trump. If I were Alad, just to be perfectly clear, I would play out my trumps first. before claiming, but there's no obligation to. Any opponent uh, will assume that you're pursuing a logical line, which involves taking out the last trump. So this couldn't have made. There's nothing Alad can do. Um, the question is not can he make it, but what can the opponents make? And they have what looks to be a reasonable club contract. In a club contract, they have to lose a couple hearts, probably a heart ruff, the ace of spades, and then eventually another club. So they can make two clubs. So the three diamonds ended up being a little too high because I don't think they can make three clubs. In spades, uh, they have to lose the same two hearts and a ruff along with the ace of spades. And then they still have that club loser. There's no way to avoid that one. So overall, we got a little bit high on that one, and I don't know if it'll be such a good board just because I think a lot of east north souths will stop short and still go down. So just looking here, you can see a lot of north souths actually ended up bidding to 2-no trump or 3-no trump, both doomed contracts. 2-no trump and 3-no trump seem a little bit high. It's 12 opposite 10, and I don't I don't know how to justify bidding onto 2-no trump here. And certainly, if you're going to get to 2-no trump, you might as well find a club part score, which is going to be usually a little bit better. And of course, anybody who's playing in diamonds, except for the person in 2 diamonds making, is down. Alad did well to get out for down 1. I think a lot of people uh, went down 2. And the reason some people are going down 2 is because the Queen of Clubs was set up as a discard for the spade before the what do you call it? Before uh, the spade ruff happened. Because uh, if North gets back in with the King of Clubs before the Ace of Clubs is cashed by South, the North can put another spade through, and then when Alad takes diamond finesse or tries to knock out the Ace of Clubs, North can get a diamond ruff, and that diamond ruff doesn't subtract from winning the Ace and Queen of Diamonds as well. So that one I would call a little bit unlucky. Alad has a normal bid, and I think ultimately our table had a fairly normal result. Sometimes things just don't go so well, but we are positioned well after the first round at our normal rate. So this looks to be very much the opponent's auction. The fact that we are vulnerable and the opponents are not makes it very clear that the opponents are going to be the only pair bidding in this auction. Welcome to the stream, Casper. Yes, we're already at 62%. Usually at this point of the night, we're at 39%. 2-no trump here in most systems is just natural, but it implies invitational values. If you had a weaker hand, you would bid 2 diamonds or 2 hearts to sign off or take preference. And I think some systems let you pass 2 clubs there because you might play bidding 3 clubs being a strong jump shift, which will a game forcing hand. And if you have a terrible minimum hand, you might pass 2 clubs. But here, 3-no trump constitutes basically an acceptance of an invite to 3-no trump. While I'm a little scared about leading away from Jack fourth, such a bad suit, I don't see a better choice of lead here. North has a very good chance of having a 5-card heart suit, not necessarily a 4-card heart suit. Neither of them bid spades. Alad will be able to interpret my 2 clearly as being from 4. So the only thing that concerns me is that Alad didn't overcall, and I know he loves to overcall. And yeah, so you can see this was bid pretty normally. You'll notice that South started with diamonds and then bid clubs. The reason South did that is because had South started with clubs and then bid 2 diamonds, that would have shown a reverse type hand. And some people play reverses as being stronger than this. I can't believe what I just saw. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, so North not only had four spades, North had four spades to the ace, king, queen, small. Yeah, so South normally should bid hearts at some level over the tune of trump there. I'm assuming that North probably has five hearts, four. Um, Unfortunately, I don't really see a future for us in any suit in particular. Um, but what I might try to do is lock North out of hand. If North actually does have four spades to the ace, king, queen, North doesn't have a lot of room for anything else. So what I'm going to do is play this, which is some kind of reverse Smith. Uh, I know you shouldn't delay your carding on trick two, but um, I think it's pretty clear that I'm holding up an ace here. Partner knows that, unfortunately. It's unauthorized information that he's holding, but hopefully it won't cause any unethical problems. North rebidding 2-0 Trump might have the king or queen of hearts. I think yeah, this is another attempt to get back to hand. Uh, if Alad has king queen of hearts, then we're in a good place. But I'm guessing that North probably has, yeah. So Alad's playing a spade. It's pretty clear to me that North has the queen of hearts. And then at this point, I think North has a running heart suit and two more spade tricks. So that's one, two, three, four, five more tricks, plus the ace of clubs is six more tricks. So this is an attempt to get, hang on. Alad is holding up with his king of clubs here. He's trying to be clever. He can read my count on the clubs, which is why he thinks it's safe to duck the first round. But North realizes to, yeah. So hopefully Alad won't keep playing spades. Yeah, he keeps playing spades. The good news is that there's no entries to dummy. I think if North actually might have started with what do you call it, four hearts and four spades. That's also possible. And if that's the case, then North has another winning spade coming, and then probably one more winning heart. And then when I'm on lead, I have to give up the game pretty much. Uh, if for whatever reason I get a diamond at this point, I will try to lock South in dummy so I can win my 10 of clubs at the end. But I think North is most likely to just cash a spade at this point. And if North cashes a spade at this point, North will probably throw off the 9 of clubs from dummy. Okay, so it's the 6 of diamonds. Here, if I win my ace and South plays low, I think I'll just, or hang on a sec. No. Alad's reverse Smith on the diamonds indicates he doesn't like spades. So I'm going to play for exactly making by putting North in dummy, and then I'll win the club at the end. Yeah, so did Alad have the Queen of Hearts as well? Okay, he did. So he did have the King Queen of Hearts. I guess he wasn't on board with my plan. My plan was to lock uh, South in dummy, and his plan was to have North take a club finesse and lock North out of dummy. I think our plans ended up being at cross purposes. But 3-0 Trump is making everywhere, so we can't feel too bad about almost everywhere. Yeah, well, if he cashes the Queen of Hearts, then North will just win the heart anyway, right? So there's not a lot to be done about this. So I have a bid over three hearts. I don't like my suit, but I have enough values and shortness and hearts that I need to bid, even if it's just going to be three spades all path. Hopefully, Alad has some bulk in his hand. He might raise me to four, might not. As you can see, I don't think there's a double dummy way to beat this. The low spade lead ended up costing a trick over a more passive choice like a low heart. But after the diamond hold up, the switch to the ace of hearts meant that we could do some manipulation in terms of locking south out of dummy or hand, killing the entries. So Alad won his king there. And then the spade ended up being fine, as it turns out. Turns out south can always force an entry to hand by leading up to the jack of clubs. But I have another hand to focus on. North, east, or sorry, Alad opened the bidding, so south was not a passed hand. Here, we have a heart loser, probably two spade losers, maybe three. What I have to do is avoid three spade losers and then hope to avoid losing a club. Probably I will lose a club. Okay, so let's see. I think there's a very good chance that North has a singleton or doubleton spade honor. If South had ace king of spades, South would have led it. And we'll find out by playing a spade towards dummy what the situation is. We might be able to set up a rough and discard actually when we play on spades. Maybe I should try to set that up. But no, I think my best chances here, South plays the ace of spades, drops partner's king, or vice versa. So that king is probably from ace king. I expect to see ace of spades and a spade at this point. If I don't see that, okay, the club switch is helping me. I think I'm going to make it now. So now I can just play on trump, and I guess I technically have a diamond loser at the end, don't I? Hmm. But now it's gone, so I can just claim it. Anyway, that worked. I think that North might have actually had the king of clubs because otherwise North's three heart bid would have been a little light, vulnerable second seat. No, it was just a light preempt, and South had to sort of lead away from the king of clubs. South could have exited a diamond. South's best line is to cash the two spades and exit a diamond. Had South earlier exited a diamond after winning the king of spades, I have a choice to make as to whether I want to eliminate the diamond suit. Four spades making should be pretty good here. Yep. Looks like the opponents can make four hearts, but that's not a legitimate make. There's four caching tricks against four hearts. But 620 is going to be a good score. Just like 300, 400 was a good score here. If I zoom forward to the hand, so let's go back to, this is the previous hand, which is a more interesting one, I think. Alad had a choice to make whether to cash. The spade was fine. I guess it's fine when declare doesn't just cash out spades. Here, Alad's being clever. He knows that he can afford to hold up around. And then at this point, if we look at the double dummy, if he does cash the queen of hearts, yes, it's down. So why is it down if Alad cashes the queen of hearts instead of playing a spade? He cashes the queen of hearts, and then he plays a diamond. And what that does is lock declarer and dummy. So we'll get the queen of hearts, we'll get the ace of diamonds, and I'll win my 10 of clubs. And if Alad knew that I had the ace of diamonds, I think he should know that I have the ace of diamonds by the king of diamonds play a trick too. That will certainly lock declare and dummy, and he should know that I also have the 10 small of clubs. So that's what Alad should have done, but unfortunately we ended up losing a trick there. But still, 62.5% on the board is not terrible, and of course this is a top. Next hand, I have a very good overcall of one spade. It's towards the near the top of an overcall range, yeah. Um, with a very, very strong hand, you double and then bid your suit. Here, my hand's a little weak for that, but I definitely have a second bid in me. It'll be hearts if partner doesn't support my spades. We play transfer advances here. So if Alad bids diamonds, that shows hearts, and if he bids hearts, that shows a good spade raise. Uh, he's thinking right now because he has clubs. We know this, but I'm going to pretend I don't know this. Uh, yeah, so a little UI there, but it's not going to affect my bid. I clearly have a four-card heart suit. I also have six spades, so I have to decide with my second bid, what do I want to choose? So I think that I will bid the hearts. They're just so strong that I don't mind if Alad passes with 3-3 and the hearts and spades. And also with him making another call, he's showing some extras, right? So three hearts here is good because he can pass two hearts. The fact that he's bidding on indicates extra values. So the question is, with these extra values, am I confident in four hearts? I am confident in four hearts. And the reason for that is A, Alad bid no trump, so I know he has values. B, he raised hearts, so I know he has at least four hearts. And then C, there's a good chance he's got triple 4-1 or 5-4-3-1, and he's got a singleton spade. I can rough out the spades. He's got a doubleton spade here, but that's good. We've got a double fit. And off the top, we've got two club losers, which we may or may not be able to avoid. We could try a roughing finesse. It's probably on side. Just counting points, Alad's got a 10 count. I've got a 14 count. And North opened the bidding. South doesn't have a lot of room for points, and the Jack of Diamonds is one of them. So certainly North has the King of Diamonds here. I have to decide how I want to play this. I can play for setting up spades, or I can play for discarding clubs on diamonds. Now, at match points here, I think probably playing on spades is a little bit better. So the best way to play spades is probably spade to the jack, and if it holds, I play the ace, and then see if the king of spades shows up. And that way I know what to rough with. So I'm going to try that line here before drawing any trump. Okay, so just looking at the spade spots, everything was the lowest spot here, no clues. Now the king is the known card there. So North should always play the king from king 10, but not everybody will do that. So I'm going to play South for the 10 of spades. And I'm going to rough a spade high. I guess the question is, how are trumps splitting? Are they splitting? If hearts are 3-2, I'm a very happy man. Okay, so looks like hearts are 3-2. I'm going to rough the spade high. Okay, diamond pitch. Now, do I risk running the queen of diamonds here for a roughing finesse? Now, South has showed up with three spades, probably three hearts, maybe two diamonds, five clubs. North bidding diamonds first indicates probably five diamonds and four clubs. It could be five diamonds, three clubs if South started with six clubs and okay. So if I run the queen of diamonds, so there's still one more trump to take out. So I think I do have to do this because I can't get back to these diamonds anyway. How am I doing for time? 8 minutes, good. So I'm not taking too much time. Yeah, so I think I probably would have ended up uppercutting myself had I played a diamond off dummy. So I'm glad I didn't. All right, I have another club to lose. And that's the king of diamonds. Yeah. So I think I played that well, making five. Looks like a lot of people are in spades, but four hearts making five is a good score. Yeah, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. How am I doing here? So this is a hand where both standard players and precision players are going to open this one diamond, I think. This is 11 to 15, 2 plus diamonds. And here I'll rebid 2 clubs when it comes back to me to show a hand with 5-4 in the minors. It doesn't specify which minor is the 5 and which is the 4. And Galad comments, of course, good work to avoid the diamond roughing finesse trap. Yes, well, obviously I can't get back to it, but also it felt like a singleton diamond at that point. Uh, So here I'm 5-4 in the minors, and Alad will be able to decide what he wants to do over this. He could pass, he could bid 2 diamonds. Here, 2 hearts is a hand that just wants to play 2 hearts. He's got a lot of hearts, and he doesn't have a lot much else. And that, even though I have a strong hand, makes my hand worse. And I'm going to pass him here. If he has a long, weak heart suit, it's not providing any value in diamonds or clubs, but it is useful in hearts. So I want him to be playing it in hearts. And I get to take this hand off. I think I'm going to take the opportunity to go grab a beer. Ah, people are making 6 buttholes. So hang on. The lead was a diamond. On a diamond lead, I don't think there's a way I can make 6. Making 6 requires, um, well, the spade lead in itself costs a trick. It means you don't have to rough a spade in dummy. So that would do it, though I doubt these people got spade leads. Again, ace of diamond or diamond lead. My guess is somebody misdefended. So ducking the queen of spades there is a misdefense, and I bet the same thing happened here as well. Yeah, so that's why they say cover an honor with an honor. Had North covered the queen of spades with the king of spades, then South's 10 of spades would have been a threat, forcing declarer to rough a spade and dummy. And when you force declarer to rough a spade and dummy, you then attack the entry position of the hearts, um, meaning that you can't later rough a club and dummy. So that's why you cover an honor with an honor. Meanwhile, Alad's playing along in 2 hearts. I haven't been paying attention to it, but it's comfortably making, it looks like. He might make 3. I think it probably depends on the location of the king of diamonds. Making 3. Unless there's a high trump out. I don't think there is. But he's continuing to play it, so I am assuming there is a high trump out. Maybe there's 2 high trumps out. Not sure. Okay. Making 2, very nice. Just looking at the dummy, if we're in no trump, we have to lose 4 spade tricks and the king of diamonds. So no trump is worse. I think 2 hearts is the correct spot, and you can see most people are in hearts on the 6-1 fit, and 8 tricks seems to be the limit. Yep. All right. Gonna grab a drink. There we go. More results pour in, a lot of 2 hearts makings. It's a very instructive hand as to why 2 no trump is worse on these kind of hands than 2 hearts. If you're playing it into no trump, the only hearts you get are the ace and the king. In two hearts, you get the ace and the king, and then two more hearts. So clearly, uh, one of the hands that plays better in the suit than in the no trump contract. Mm. Hmm. So I wish I knew how to see people's convention cards. I don't actually know. I'll learn soon enough. Like I can see their notes there, but location of convention cards is not something I'm familiar with on BBO. Oh yeah, no, it's in there. Standard discard count. Okay. Okay. So if so, Alad, discards are a subset of carding. Some people though play different discards than their main carding. So it is valid to say you play standard carding, which implies that your discards are standard. But if you just say standard carding and your discards are non-standard, then you have a problem. So it looks like they were playing a consistent system. So I've got a good hand, 16 points. I'm in fourth seat, so we'll see what happens coming up to me. Um, I have a choice in fourth seat whether I open one heart precision or not. But hi, couple of good boards. We're up to 75. That's a good start. Now, I will of course bid hearts when it comes around to me. Wonder what North is thinking about. Maybe diamonds or spades. It's a normal one. So here, double is a bit of an double. Well, I have five hearts, so I should bid hearts. Double and then bid a suit. I would want a bit of a stronger hand than this one to do that. So I will just bid two hearts. Normal. Unfortunately, I can't make another call here. The three level is a little exposed. So, what do I lead against two spades? I don't see a reason to lead a trump here. The trumps could be worth two tricks if the ace jack are North's hand. I think the clear lead is the queen of hearts here. Normally people would lead the king, but we lead the second of touching honors. So North will be able to ruff all of their hearts in dummy, is what it looks like. I'm hoping that with all these entries to dummy, North will take the opportunity to take a couple spade finesses. The good thing about this is that South raised to two spades here. I would argue that two spades is a bit of an underbid because the hand fits so well with the bidding that's taken place up to that point. Alad is playing the seven from probably an odd number, so I think he has three or five. Yeah, it must be five. And North is pitching diamonds, probably, maybe hearts. I don't know if I'll be able to cash that ace of diamonds. This contract will make comfortably, maybe with two over tricks. There's no point roughing the queen of clubs at that point. So I want to see two finesses come in. So the three of clubs is winning. I don't need to trump anything. He just had one club left. I could play a diamond, I could play a heart. The spade is wrong. I want declare to end up in dummy. The best way to do that, I think, is to play a heart. I'll play my king of hearts. Unfortunately, this was bad because it exposes the location of the queen of spades. If Al had held the queen of spades, um, he would have roughed the heart. So now declarer knows that I have the queen of spades. Should be able to drop it. Though I also expect that possibly Alad might have the ace of spades in addition. So fortunately, this is continuing. Well, thank God. But maybe Alad has the ace of spades. We'll see. All right. So two spades made three. We can't do a lot about that. As you can see, that's a pretty good board for us right now because it's just such a nice fit for the opponents, and they were both very conservative in bidding that. Alad's got a precision hand. The bad news is I have a terrible hand, so I'm going to bid one diamond in response to show 0 to 7 points, and I am towards the bottom half of that range, holding 4. South is coming in with a heart. So Alad's two spades here is a very strong bid, and I think it's game forcing, or certainly with the king of spades, I'm gonna bid on. I'm raising it to 4 spades. King small here is definitely good enough. Even if Alad has a 5-card suit, it's still the place to be. And I imagine this is getting doubled. We're in a forcing pass situation, by the way. So Alad can consider bidding pass, and I would be required to make a bid over pass. I would double because I don't think that I have a lot of playing strength besides the king of spades. But Alad might decide to make the double or bid calculation himself. So he's bidding on himself, which is whatever. I'm not convinced that 5 spades is going to make here because I have 1 card in support of him. And I reasonably could have had 2 for my hand, right? I could have up to 7 points. Hopefully the king of spades is going to be enough for this to make. I'm just a little nervous. So the good news is that the king of spades ended up being the key card. The bad news is that we have a potential club loser and a potential spade loser. Don't forget about the fact that spades on an auction like this could easily be something like 4-1. And if that's the case, we then have to avoid a club loser, and that would require the queen of clubs to fall under the first or second high club, because this isn't a hand where you finesse clubs. Well, it could be. No, I think that Alad will test the spades and then try the clubs, because if spades are 3-2, it doesn't matter how the clubs break. And if spades are 4-1, well, I guess Alad just doesn't want any of the clubs to get roughed if he's testing them first. So if say clubs are 4-0 and spades are 3-2, he wants to play on spades first. So he's doing spades. Okay, so spades are worse than I could have imagined. They're 5-0. And 5-0 spades mean that I don't think we can make it. North having raised to 4 hearts and also holding 5 spades is unlikely to be holding very much at all in clubs. So I think at this point, if you're Alad, you try cashing the ace of clubs, and then you cross to the king of spades and take a club finesse. But here, as is unfortunately the case, North is roughing in, holding a club void, and needing 2 entries to dummy to successfully pick up the suit this suit isn't going to get picked up. Alad's going to try to hopefully take a deep club finesse here, hoping that South doesn't cover with the 9. Uh, but South might be awake and not play low. Yeah, so South does cover with a 9. And at this point, this should be down, losing the high heart, 2 spades, and then the queen of clubs, assuming no misdefense. Alad's going to try to cash the queen of spades and the ace of diamonds and uh, hope that South discards a club, but that's not going to happen. And unfortunately, this is going to be down 2. What an unfortunate result. If there's any consolation, it's the fact that they're probably making 5 hearts. Just looking at a spade void opposite a club void and then having the top 3 hearts and only losing the ace of diamonds outside that, they're actually a really strong favorite to make their contract, as wild as it may seem. So this might not be a terrible result. And even with the possibility of a theoretical diamond rough, the entries just don't exist for that. So I think that on a heart lead, which is the best defense, uh, they can't fully cross ref the hand, but they can take the ace of hearts and then cross ref 8 tricks and then maybe win 2 diamonds. It's not clear to me, but if they take 4, if they pull trump in 2 rounds, uh, yeah. If they take trump in 2 rounds, then they're going to score 8 trump tricks, and then they need to score 2 diamonds, and then there's one last trick. So I don't actually know if they're making 5 hearts there. It's going to be very close. Looks like 10 tricks is the limit, or at least from what's been played so far. But I think double dummy, it can make more. But to do that, you might need some luck somewhere. I'm not sure exactly how it would work. I'm curious to see how these played out. So, in 4 hearts here, um, rough a club. I see. I think ducking a diamond blind would work to make 5 pretty easily. But after that, after you give up one of the high diamonds, here you have to, I think it's do a partial cross ref of the hand where you cash 2 diamond tricks. You don't know how the diamonds and the hearts are split, but you need to cash your diamonds and then rough your clubs and dummy before roughing too many spades. So here we get a club rough, which is great, and then they need to not play trump, right? So spade rough is good, but now after 1 club rough, a spade rough now does it? Okay. But here you need to cash your 2 diamonds, and then you score 2 of the last 4 tricks, last 2 tricks. But yeah, 5 spades down 2, looking at the other results, actually was okay, just because a lot of people are either doubled or in the wrong spot, or hearts is making. So next hand, I have 17. I am a little shaky to overcall 1-0 trump here, so I'm going to make a takeout double. Takeout double. Yeah, five spades is an excellent contract, of course. Here I have another bid in me because I have extras. I'll raise it to 2 hearts and north passes. I'll say hi to my opponents. Now, if you're new to bridge, the way takeout doubles work is your partner's response to a takeout double is non-forcing. 1 heart shows 0 to 8 points. So if I continue on over one heart, that shows extras. And here, with a decent 17 count, I'm bidding on to show that range of hand. And Alad continuing to pass indicates just how bad his hand is. So two hearts is the spot, and I'm dummy. We'll see how Alad ends up playing it. Looking at that last round, five spades down two ended up being a pretty decent spot because of all the folks doubled and down a lot in spades. Um, Not that many people were down in hearts as it turned out. And then the board before that, Alad making, or sorry, us holding spades to 9 tricks ended up being an excellent result. So unfortunately, Alad has the worst possible kind of hand. He has the hand where he's forced to bid his 3-card fragment because his 4-card suit is the opponent's suit. Hopefully we can recover, but it is a little bit scary. One thing to note is North and South didn't bid after the initial one diamond opening. And that can tell you one of two things. Either the hand with strength is holding a heart stack and would have bid hearts. That's unlikely because South would have just bid hearts over my double, and North would have opened hearts with a heart stack. The alternative is that all the suits are evenly breaking. So nobody really has a second suit to bid. This auction is consistent with North holding 4 diamonds and 3-3-3 in the other suits. And if that's the case, Alad should probably consider playing for that kind of shape. He could start with the ace, king, queen of clubs, and then try throwing off his club early on. Is he going to run the 8? Now, he's counting points. If he's counting points, he knows that he has 2 and dummy has 17, which leaves South with actually a decent set of points, or North with extras. North's pause over the bid earlier, so yeah, there's another round of spades, over the 1 heart bid earlier indicates to me that North probably has extras, but couldn't figure out how to bid them. North also did not lead the ace or king of diamonds, indicating that South is holding one of those cards. So here you play low, South is forced to go king or ace. Yeah. And this holds. South will probably play back another diamond. So the ace wins. And North will probably play the jack of diamonds at this point. Yeah, well, I can't say that for sure. But yeah, so that 2 of clubs is clearly from 3 clubs. So here, Alad has lost 5 tricks. He cannot make this contract anymore because the jack and 10 of hearts are out. He can't capture both. He needs to decide how he can best get out for down 1. Now, if he plays for just straight up 3-3 hearts, goes king of hearts and a heart, he'll be fine. This works too. I still don't know where the 10 of hearts is, and there's also one other low heart. Okay, yeah, so I expect to see the 10 here. So as I expected, North had the shape that I predicted. 4 diamonds, 3-3-3 in the other suits. Something like a 16 count as well. So yeah, you're seeing the 7 of diamonds right there. So the clubs are going to fall. Right? North should have another club. No? Oh no, I got it wrong. So I guess North had 5 diamonds and 2 clubs. South had 2 diamonds and 4 clubs. North played back another diamond through, that could have set up a heart trick for another heart trick for South maybe. But 2 hearts down 2 is not great. Unfortunately, it's not a good score. The good news is that other people have done worse. So as long as you have a reasonable logical auction, things can't be that bad, right? Because other people are going to do the same thing. And here we had a perfectly normal, reasonable, if a bit unlucky auction. But Alad's card play ended up being half decent, right? And going down 2 in a contract where you have to go down 2 is not a bad thing, where other people are down 3, or other people decided to make a penalty double of 1-0 trump. And I guess, yeah. So there you go. Okay. I have nothing to bid with North bidding spades at this point. We would play two spade bid by me as a natural overcall, but with a bad suit like this, I can't justify it. This is probably the final contract. Yeah, and I don't have a call. So Alid probably going to bid the. Okay, so here Ace of Clubs here asks for attitude, and I don't have anything to encourage in clubs. I'll play my 8, and hopefully Alid will find the shift in question. Now South isn't denying a 4-card heart suit with the 1-0 trump bid, so it's possible that South does have 4 hearts. In that case, Alid will only have 3. So he has a choice to make as to whether he plays on clubs still or if he switches to hearts. I can't imagine anything else. He wouldn't lead an ace blind, so I'm guessing he's holding the ace king. If he does have the ace king of clubs, he doesn't have a lot of points outside because I have 9 and the ace king of clubs makes 16, giving the opponents 24 points. You've got, what, 7 and dummy, right? So South, that would be 17 for South. There would be another maybe 5 points to go around somewhere. So he could have the king of clubs and another card easily, but I don't know where that would be. Here's the king of clubs. So he's continuing the club suit. I don't know. At this point, he's pretty committed to it. So jack of clubs here is suit preference, assuming that he does in fact have the 10, and it's possible South has the 10, right? South opened a diamond, right? So South is less likely to be holding 4 diamonds. But he could well have ace third of hearts. And if he has ace third of hearts, what I want to do is play a heart to his ace. And so I think that he might be trying to sneak a spade back, or yeah, might be a spade sneak. So I'm going to go, the 10 is, okay. Hopefully Allen has the ace of hearts. I guess I forgot that spades were the highest ranking suit here. Ah, shit. Yeah. He did not have the ace of hearts. So this heart lead was bad. Wait, hang on. Yeah, okay. But there's no way to dummy at this point. Oh, I guess the jack of diamonds is dummy. And here comes the queen of spades. What does partner have? He might have a high diamond and is waiting for North to play a diamond through. But South should know the location of all the high diamonds. If South doesn't have all of them, which Alid clearly has one high diamond card here, South knows that Alid has that card. So Alid's winning the king of diamonds. The problem is that after this club, I still don't have a trick, so to speak. I need to throw off my spade because I'm only winning the spades if the hearts are entries. I don't think the hearts are entries at this point. I think South is just down to the ace of hearts and some diamond winners. So I'll put in my jack, forcing the ace. Here comes the ace of diamonds, and Alid will get one more trick. We could have beat that had I not misdefended, and I think playing a heart there was a misdefense. So that was bad. let's just look at the double dummy result. Clubs, I think, were the right suit to attack, but I need to not play hearts. If I switch to something other than heart, well, it looks like, according to Gibb, the right thing for Al is to do is switch to hearts or to play low clubs so that I can get to his hand and have him win the long club. But after it goes ace, king, and a club, at this point, Declare decided to play spades. And here, double dummy, the problem for me is that Declare can set up a bunch of spade tricks. By flying ace, I think I removed any problems. And then the heart potentially gives up an over trick. Yeah, so the diamond ended up being an entry, but Declare does best not to cash the queen of spades because I think Declare squeezes himself. A diamond or a heart would result in setting up one of those suits. You can run a strip squeeze on Allen if you play on hearts here, I think. Or if you go ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, duck a heart, I'm end played and I have to give up the lead to dummy. I think that's it. So again, bad board. Most people are down in one to trump. I expected it to not be a great board, and there you go. All right, what do we have here? So after a bad round, we need to pick it back up, get back above 70. I have 12. I'm in fourth seat. Most people in fourth seat would open this unhesitatingly, but playing precision, I'm a little wary of opening the bidding. Very much a pause for Alad in second seat. I have 12. What do I bid with 12? Well, I can't bid 1 no trump. That's an underbid. Do I go 3 no? Yeah, I'll just go 3 no. Is 3 no an overbid? Nah. A little bit. 3 no is a bit of an overbid. My other call would have been something like 2 clubs, he bids whatever, I go 2 no trump, and then he goes think a while, then go 3 no. But this provides the least information to the opponents, not that it matters. They found the killing lead. What can you do, right? I provided the opponents as little information as possible, and they still found the killing lead. The good news is that the 3 of diamonds implies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The king of diamonds the low diamond implies a 4-4 split. So if diamonds are 4-4, then I can afford to lose a club. Now, the percentage line on clubs, if I'm playing for one loser, is to, well, hang on. There's, that, I had a whole discussion planned as to how to play the club suit. So the way to play the club suit is to have North lead the king. So obviously, I am going to keep playing on clubs. But North will now play a diamond or something? Okay, so the 2 of spades puts me on the spot. If, in fact, that was a singleton queen of diamonds that won the trick, then there are 10 major suit cards in North's hand. If there are 10 major suit cards in North's hand, well, there's no harm in playing low from dummy here. Hopefully we won't see the 10. There's the queen, so that's good. Okay, so now it's just down to hearts and diamonds for the last trick. So how do I play that correctly if I want to keep my options open? So I will cash 2 spades. I have to finish running the clubs in dummy. So this is like is this, yeah, it's, what do you call it? Crisscross squeeze, if it's on, which it isn't, but it might be. Okay, hang on. No, it's not a crisscross. I just it's just a positional. I have the entries to unravel this. Though if I am playing North for okay, North does have diamonds, which is makes for an interesting switch. Yeah, I could have squeezed either opponent had I played for a crisscross squeeze, but I decided to just play it this way. Now, hopefully, they will discard enough hearts that I will be able to win out. And they have discarded a bunch of hearts here, so I might actually win the rest. I haven't been counting because I was just looking for high diamonds getting discarded, but it looks like I've come away with 11 tricks here, it seems. Wait, no, is the 10 of hearts still lurking out? No, there you go. Making 5. Nice. So the opponents clearly do better to continue on diamonds, but that doesn't beat the contract if I know how to play on clubs. So um, in terms of what the odds line is on clubs, it's a difficult question, but I probably would have got it wrong. Here, ah, I'm going to bid my diamond suit. I want a diamond lead against no trump, so I feel the need to bid the suit. I can guarantee you there are people down in 3 no trump. Though making 5 is it's pretty good. What you got, partner? You got a bid? He does not have a bid. Hmm. Well, that's curious. 3 spades there is usually a bid 3 no trump with a stopper. And I actually do have a spade stopper. So I'm going to bid 3 no trump. My only concern is that I just have 13 points. And if he's a passed hand, how do we have um, game here? So I'm trying 3 no trump. I'm again not convinced that it's going to work. I'm a little scared by this. The last 3 no trump came together nicely, but this one, they've both bid spades. I might have 1.5 stoppers here, but I need partner to show up with a couple aces. So the good news is that he actually does have a reasonable bid. The 3 heart tricks are handy, and I have 4 diamond tricks coming. So if I can take a couple spade tricks here, I'm going to be a happy Ethan. The 5 of spades, probably from 3. Normally, you would play your second of touching honors there if you had it. Okay, so the 8 back. What does the 8 mean? I think that South has the king of spades and probably the jack or 10. So playing low blocks the suit. Right? I don't need the long diamonds and dummy. Maybe we'll get another shift. Okay, the 3 of spades. The king. Okay. So while I am short on the spades, uh, and I have 2 losers in the minor suits, I could still make this. I am not making this. Shoot. Yes, I have to lose the ace of diamonds. No way to avoid that. And they can't revoke, so I can't play for the revoke either. Even if I pitch 3 diamonds, it's still not enough. Tough. I'm surprised North didn't play the jack of spades. North played the 8. I could have put in the 9 to force out the king. Um, that wouldn't matter, but But there you go. It was a little ambitious. I could have bailed, just tried four diamonds. Four diamonds is not a bad spot. There's a spade loser, a diamond loser, a club loser, and that's about it. So I think we're going to lose to people in diamond part scores here. And yeah, you can see anybody in a diamond part score is laughing. Also, somebody in 3 No Trump did make it. What lead did they get? Um, they got a club lead. I don't know why. What was the bidding at their table? Spades were bid and raised, but they got a club lead. That doesn't seem to be the best choice. Of course, the defense can still recover if they play spades at some point. But here, I think they probably just continued clubs. Yeah. So yeah, it's true that that would allow the opponents to compete easily. So his tactical bid is going to give us a bottom. That's fine. Sometimes your tactics don't work. Of course, if I have a spade stopper, they're probably not making the spades. He has 3 cashing heart tricks probably. I'm due to have at least a couple somewhere. At least we didn't bet up to 5 diamonds. 5 diamonds is not great either. So I'm looking at the Gib here. Actually, the 8 of spades um, is very clever in that it yields down 2. Now, why does the 8 of spades yield down 2? If I put in the 9 and it gets covered, then the 7 can go back to the jack and 10. And then my queen gets knocked out, and then I lose 4 spade tricks, the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs. If North plays the jack of spades, I can duck it, and then South can't play the king and then play back a spade, because then I have 2 tricks. So playing the 8 or a low spade there actually ended up being tactically correct. Though South does best at that point to play the king of spades and then play a spade to partner's jack 10. But of course, you would expect partner held the jack 10 to play one of those cards. So I do understand the defense, or at least South's defense. It's Dina and Gay. Hi, nice to meet you guys. Partner's two hearts bid is a very weak competitive bid. He has a lot of options of raises to make with hands that aren't just a classic Alad junky raise. So I know he's got that. Well, that tells me that the opponents have something somewhere, probably in one of the minor suits. That means I can consider just bidding a competitive 3 hearts to shut them out of what is likely a making club heart score. But here, pass should do the trick. So I'm in 2 hearts. His raise is about as good as it could have been. Uh, Sincerely, it's fine. The question is how to play the heart suit. So just counting points, I have 12, partner has 6. The opponent's having bid, or I should say doubled and then passed. It's not clear how it's divided, but I do know that South has spade length. Probably the king of spades. Hearts could be 3-1, they could be 4-1, but I don't have the entries to take 2 heart finesses safely. I could try leading up to the queen of spades to force an entry if I want to take a double finesse. I'm going to try for the double finesse method. I think it's more fun. Um, oh, we play. Uh, sorry. Hmm. So what losers do I have left? I still have a high heart, and then the last heart can potentially be a rough. So I need to pull trump, or they could be offside. So I don't know exactly where the king 10 of hearts are, but I think that the most likely place is well, South probably had four clubs, four spades. It looks four diamonds and maybe three hearts. So I might have actually blown a trick here. But I think that if I play a spade to dummy and then North wins the king of hearts, okay, I think I'm safe. Please don't rough it. Okay, you're out, aren't you? Nope. Oh, good. Happy days of rest. Good. Making. We didn't get too high. The opponents didn't compete in clubs and find their contract. In clubs, the opponents have heart loser, looks to be two spade losers, and the ace of diamonds. So they can make three clubs. This should be a good score. It's a bottom. It's a bottom board. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's a bottom board because everybody else is taking nine tricks and hearts when there's always two diamond losers, a club loser, a spade loser, and a heart loser. I don't get it. Why why is that happening? Well, that doesn't do it. Am I missing something? It should be down at that point. If I had to guess, what happens is the opponents do not knock out the ace of diamonds before the spades are knocked out. So here, a diamond play would do the trick, but the passive defense does not in three hearts. The diamond lead that I got was immediately fatal to my chances to make three. So the diamond lead was well done at my table. Yeah, you lead a diamond, and then there's nothing I can do, right? There's always two diamonds, a club off the top. Definitely no way to lose to avoid a spade and a heart loser. Could have been down more, or rather, if I'd made mistakes in the spade suit, I could have been down in two. So unfortunately, that's not going to be a good board. But I'll say it, that one's not our fault. Here, next hand, we're in one no trump. He opened his weakish no trump. It's wide ranging because he knows that we don't have game if I'm passing. And he just has to take seven tricks On the what was it? It was a diamond lead? No, club lead. The two up to the king. Looks like clubs are probably 4-1 with North having four clubs. So Alad is gonna play. Well, I don't know. North might continue clubs at this point, and if North continues clubs, Alad should play North for four clubs. So a low club. So yeah, North is shifting because North sees no future in the suit. Here, Alad will probably play the Queen of Spades for dummy to induce a cover. And Jack works too. But it looks like North doesn't want, or South isn't covering, which is reasonable when there's touching honors in dummy. But it's important to remember South already passed. North passed, but only after the one no trump opening. And that, if they're not familiar with how to defend against a weak no trump, might mean that North has a pretty good hand. So you should probably play North for points. And yeah, South is showing out of clubs here. North is going to win the ace of clubs. North also has the jack of clubs as a winner, but the 10 of clubs will be a trick eventually, and also an entry to dummy. This diamond is going to go to maybe the jack or the 10. Okay. So we have seen a lot of low cards played by South up to this point. It's a little ominous. We haven't seen what high cards they're holding. Alad's continuing clubs because he knows that there's a guaranteed trick in the suit once the jack is gone. But he still doesn't know the location of the king of spades or the ace of diamonds. Alad can choose to win where to win this trick now. So for whatever reason, North is ducking. North would not play the Queen of Hearts if North held the ace, but there's nothing else to do there but to play the king. Here, the jack comes out. Now the 10 of hearts is a winner. So if Alad gets in, he's got the ace of spades and the 10 of hearts. And he has a club loser. I think he'll probably toss that from dummy. The question is, what does he play now? He doesn't know the location of the ace of diamonds or the king of spades. South has showed up with the ace of hearts, the jack of hearts, nothing in clubs, nothing so far in spades or diamonds. It's not a lot. If North started with four clubs, four spades, two diamonds, or two hearts, North would start with three diamonds. So I don't know where the diamonds are, but I think North probably has king small of spades now. If North has the ace of diamonds, North will have to give up a diamond trick. If North has the queen of diamonds, Alad can duck from dummy, but it looks like North has to play away from the king of spades. That or, okay, so actually South had the king of spades and didn't play it the first time. So making, North must have the ace of diamonds now. Yeah, should be a good score. Yeah, it's good score because we are in no trump, and making it's better than beating them one and one no trump. Weak no trumps often swing boards like that. You're in the one no trump, and the field is playing it in a different direction. Uh, the cards were fairly well positioned for Alad, as it turned out, but the defense can succeed. Looking at the double dummy result, they can succeed if they, I think, just defend a little more passively. Alad can only get to two spades, a couple of clubs, a diamond, and maybe a heart if the defense is more passive. But it's hard to know exactly how to defend it. But we got a top board, and honestly, that's what happens when boards get swung. So Alad and Robert play a fun system. Hopefully we'll get to have a chance to defend against it. But Robert's passing. Alad's going to open one club because he must have a strong hand here. He's slowly counting his points. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, how do I bid this? Okay, so I'm entirely wrong. He doesn't have what I said he did. Instead, he has the precision two diamonds opening. The precision two diamonds opening shows a hand with 0 or 1 diamond, 4 or 5 clubs, and 3-4 or 4-4 in the majors. So it's a 3 suited hand, short in diamonds, no 5 card major. My responses are normally non-forcing here. If it came to me, I would bid 3 clubs, but North is bidding 4 hearts here. North knows that Alad has 3 or 4 hearts. I am probably going to sacrifice against 4 hearts here. I have a good hand to sacrifice because I have 1 heart. I know Alad has 1 diamond. I have a good club fit. Now the spades could be a problem, but I would rather be doubled down 3 than have 4 hearts make. And if Alad has, a 12 count, then I don't know if we're beating 4 hearts when North is holding a solid heart suit. Now they do happen to be aggressive preemptors and jump overcallers. So North might have junk, but Alad is limited to 15 points for his opening. And if he has 15 points and South is passing, North has a really strong hand here. And the bid is legit. North is deciding double or bid and chooses to pass. Fortunately, it's a pass. Now, here, I don't think we are making 5 clubs because I'm pretty sure the King of Spades is in North's hand, but bidding on would have been wrong. Alad has a penalty double, and even if I don't. So this 5 of hearts here could very well be a singleton. Um, I don't know. Hmm. Because if North has 7 hearts, the ace, king, queen, which is consistent with the 4 heart bid, if I ruff low on the heart, then it gets over trumped. However, that heart spot from South isn't a guaranteed singleton. It could be top of a doubleton. We know that North has ace, king, queen, 10, 9 for sure. The question is, how many other low hearts does North have? So what I'm going to do is ruff high because I think it's too likely to be a singleton, even though it could well be a 6-card suit. And now I have to pull trump. So unfortunately, having ruff with the ace of clubs makes my trump pulling options a little more difficult. I think I'm just going to cash my king, queen of clubs and then hope it works out. But, I might be convinced to take finesses. The problem with taking finesses is I don't have the entries to do it successfully. I would just run out of hearts or whatever, or run out of clubs. I could take 1 finesse and play for 4 1 clubs. We know that North has 6 hearts. That leaves 7 other cards, which means on average, North has like 2 and a bit clubs. It's got to be right to just cash out. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Now, I have another problem here, which is actually the lack of tricks, so to speak. If I keep playing on clubs, I'm going to run short of clubs, and then the opponents will be able to take me to school. North doesn't know that South has another club here. So North might not try to cash another high heart. but I think this is what's going to happen. So if I ruff, that gets over trumped. That's not the end of the world. Um, yeah, there's nothing I could have done to avoid that. But here I can now knock out the king of spades, and I'm sure that the king of spades is in South's hand now. But or sorry, is in North's hand. North is very unlikely to be holding a singleton king of spades here. Might as well just knock it out now. Okay, so there's a hold up on the spades. What is their carding, by the way? Oh, okay, I can't remember. But I can afford to ruff the jack of hearts and then try another finesse. And this might lose. That's fine. All right, so it won. But I'll just and South discarded a spade earlier, so I think that this will drop. No, I'm wrong. Shoot. I just don't have the entries to my hand to run the spade finesse again. So I'm down two. That's not great, but it's better than having them make four hearts. And I think they probably could have made four hearts. The diamonds are a great fit for them. And even if they do end up losing a heart, which they would avoid double dummy, but would in practice succeed in, they can make four hearts. So five clubs is the right sacrifice, even though I think I went down an extra trick than I need to. Yeah, actually, the heart lead and then the heart continuation guarantees down two. I can't avoid the losers. And even if I get doubled, it's still not a terrible board. So they have their fancy one diamond overcall. And I'm in a bit of weak jump overcall here. It is red on white, but Alad's passed. I have a decent suit, and they haven't found their suit yet. Well, that was a very fast three hearts, so they're definitely going to find their suit now. So at that point, there's nothing I can do but what I did. Actually, playing a diamond was wrong. I should have done something else, maybe. I don't know. So we've competed up to three spades, which is our limit, but we've put the opponents under pressure. North has did a broad range. Oh, hey, Nkeg. Thank you for appreciating my commentary. I'm not a world-class player, but I try to talk through the hands as I see them, right? So um, I hope that you are entertained or informed, one of the two. So I don't have another bid in me. Two spades is the limit with a five-card suit and no shortness anywhere. Good news. Alad's leading the ace of spades. He might have his two spades for his bid, probably has three. But I want to encourage spades because I want him to continue spades. I'm going to quickly look at the auction again. So four hearts by North indicates clearly that North has a good hand for this auction. It's an excellent hand for the auction. South's three heart bid is probably five or six. Alad will continue spades, hopefully, but no. Okay. So I'm not sure why Alad's shifting here. If he had started with four spades, yeah, he started with four spades, so he knew there was no future in this suit and that the diamonds were fine. Makes sense. So they're making six. Nothing we can do about that. I'm surprised they didn't bid the slam. Hearing that three hearts bid with North, you could consider making a slam try, especially if you have three spades. the opponents have bid and raised spades. You have a singleton club. You don't need that much from partner, right? So our interference definitely affected not only the defense, as Alan's saying here, because it did tell him lead the ace of spades, but also it blocked up a lot of the bidding room that they would have needed to accurately bid the slam. Only one pair did manage to bid the slam, and they did well to do that. It was I Hussein, Imtiaz, and Phase Moon, who I don't actually know the name of because they're anonymous on here, but they ended up winning on Thursday. So they're one of the better pairs here. I'm not surprised that they ended up bidding the slam. Um, yeah, so South did well to look for slam over the 4 hearts bid. So next round. That was a good round. Them not doubling 5 clubs and me bidding 5 clubs in the first place was good. And then this last one, the defense against 4 hearts, finding that lead ended up being very good as well. So we had a good round. Now I have a 17 count, 2 hearts. Do I double bid clubs? Do I overcall 2 clubs, or do I bid 1-0 trump? I'm going to bid 1-0 trump here. My hand is pretty good. Now I only have 2 hearts, but I don't actually have wasted cards in hearts. If I had a hand like ace fourth in hearts, all of those little hearts are not tricks for me. The fact that they're little diamonds and little clubs makes them potential tricks. Certainly when we're declaring. Oh, it's Sandy and Ray, Alad's in-laws. Last time they beat up on us. 2 spades is to play. So I don't have a bid over 2 spades. Three hearts, interesting. Alad knows what I have. He can decide whether to double or bid, but he's passing, and I trust his pass. I have no need to do anything like double. But I could. No, not doubling. I think that the hearts might only be 1 trick on defense rather than 2, like they would be in 1-0 trump by me. And Alad has no guaranteed defensive tricks. I will lead his suit, so the ace of spades. But dummy is, it's a pretty good dummy. I guess we might only be taking 3 tricks here. The 2 black aces and the ace queen of hearts. But, so that's clearly suit preference. I think that what I want to do is manufacture a diamond rough part. So I'm going to lead the 9 diamonds here. Say I don't like diamonds. I don't think Alad has the ace. But I will play another round of diamonds when it comes back to me. And Ray's going to try a heart finesse because I'm not guaranteed to have the queen of hearts for my no trump overcall, but I do have it for what it's worth. So I'm going to win that. I'm going to cash my ace of clubs because I don't want it disappearing anywhere. Because I don't know exactly where how the rest of the suits are divided. This feels safer. So if diamonds end up being, if Alad has a singleton diamond, then I need to make sure that he can't pitch all his clubs in hand. And there's no way that a second diamond ruff will be productive when North has a doubleton. So I'm going to let him ruff in dummy because I want it to be harder to get to dummy. Now, if Ray opened a 5 card, yeah. So now Ray will just ruff a diamond and rough a card back to dummy, run the diamonds, or pull trump and then. Well, here I assume that partner doesn't have the king of clubs, because if partner did have the king of clubs, then yeah, okay, okay. Yep, so Alad was right to bid two spades and then pass. He doesn't have any defender tricks. Taking a plus score there is good, but our opponents bid less than everybody else, as it turns out, even though it's 11 opposite 8. Oh, my bid. Pass. I could have considered 3 clubs there, but the suit is 6 cards and it's a bad suit. He's thinking that 3 spades might be making. Well, as it turns out, we do get 2 heart tricks. We have 1 spade loser and a diamond loser. And we can play clubs for 0 losers. We might lose a club. So 3 spades isn't a bad bid. Diamond, heart, spade, nothing from me. I could have bid 2 clubs. I could have justified it. Yeah, so more results have come in. A lot of people doubled in 3 hearts or doubled in 4 hearts or bidding to 4 hearts. So this is a below average board so far, but I think it probably should even out. Yeah, with more people making a heart part score by north-south. Turns out that nobody's actually in spades east-west. So 2 no trump by south shows a strong hand. But if Alad has an overcall with like 8 points and I have 5 and south has 18, how many points does north have? Well, north is already showing about 8 or so. 4 spades. Well, there you go. 4 spades is a bid you would make if you have 6 spades, and probably you're wide open in the heart suit. I see no reason not to lead my queen of hearts here. Dummy has a nice hand. It's a 19 high, balanced with 3 spades, so that's very nice if you're jumping to 4. I'm sure Alad will encourage on here. So a middle spot is an encouraging spot here. This 4 hearts looks like a middle spot, but I don't know if we'll be able to enjoy the heart suit, just because if the spades are running and the diamonds are running, they could be taking the next 12 tricks after this first one. I'm going to play low high because I have the king of clubs. It's a little bit of suit preference there. And he's doing the opposite because he has the king of hearts. We'll see if Ray continues spades. I'm guessing that probably the, okay, so that's a good sign. It's telling me that we are going to win the ace of diamonds and the king of hearts. That's going to be it for us. Unless Ray had a singleton heart, which he didn't. That's good. Alad's 1 heart overcall, and I don't know how strong his hand was. He showed up with 7 points so far. But whether or not it was a good overcall, oh yeah, you can see he just had the 7. That lead directed successfully. Had I led something else, we do not get that extra trick. So the hard overcall ended up paying off. Only 1 other table's finished the board by this point, and they did something silly like end up in 1 diamond passed out. But the 4 spades, I think, is only making 5 on the heart lead. And yeah, that's correct. The lead direct to the heart was the key. Way to congratulate yourself there. The previous one hasn't really evened out yet. So it's a slightly below average board. We can make a lot of spades. Um, there's some variation in it. I think probably we can make four as the cards lie, but three spades is a normal contract. With Alexander, I probably would have competed to three spades. But yeah, it makes four as it turns out. So uh, minus 50 or plus 50 there was only average-ish, a little below. And this last one should end up being very good. I don't think there's going to be any east-wests besides that one who miss four spades. So a couple people did not find the heart lead. In this auction, no heart bid. In that auction, no heart bid. Heart bid, no heart bid, no heart bid. So Alad was the only person who bid hearts. But this person led their Doubleton Queen of Hearts anyway, which is a big play, but it works. And this table got a club lead, but the ace of clubs at trick one um, ended up having the same effect of setting up a loser before the diamond ace could be knocked out. I think in that situation, I probably would have played a low club because there's no harm in playing a low club there. If you play a low club, what's the worst that happens? You get a heart shift, and then you lose a heart, you lose a club, and you lose the ace of diamonds. If you fly ace, and then you knock out the ace of diamonds, you still have to lose a club and the ace of diamonds. Well, yeah, you could justify it. Yeah, if Ray does take the ace of clubs, it is making five as well. All right, here we are. Board 19. I have a an 8 count, and yeah, slightly above average round overall. We're staying strong at 68. How's this going to go? So I don't have an overcall. I don't have a strong lead preference. I don't have a very good 5-card suit. If it comes around to me in 4th seat, I'm of course passing, but I don't think it will. And so here, it's time for us to put the green cards on the table. One spade, pass, two spades. You got another bid in you? What am I going to lead against a spade contract? Pretty much anything I lead could cost a trick, and I'm not going to compete here. The 6 of hearts is probably the most normal lead here. If it hits partner with the ace or queen of hearts, it's good lead. So I'm going to lead that. It seems the least destructive. Hopefully it didn't cost a trick. It's going to cost a trick because that was the fastest 7 of hearts in the world. And now I'm expecting to see, well, it's known that I have the king of hearts, so I'll play it. The 2 of hearts is standard present count. He's going to play another heart, thinking that I led from a doubleton king, I think. And if he does, he might convince declare to trump high. Or he might just play a club or a diamond. Either I'm fine with. diamond. Hmm. As you can see, all of my leads would have cost something. A spade didn't, but I didn't know dummy had four spades. Partner at ace small. Seven was good. You should have known that, but maybe you just want to get the dummy. So four diamonds, five spades, two hearts, two clubs. North should have one club left, maybe two. Yeah. Oh well, that's actually pretty good compared to all the people in four spades making. Four spades is what, 16 opposite eight? So there are going to be people in it, eight, especially eight with four card trump support. They were very conservative at our table. Not everybody's going to be making five. I think there are ways to defend it that don't give up as many tricks. Like a trump lead is the most passive lead, right? But anything else is costly. Yes, I did find a heart anyway. So here, partner's opening a weak two first seat. It's vulnerable, so it can't be total garbage. Uh, with my shape and my location of high cards, I'm going to bid four spades. If partner is something like king, queen, six of spades, on average, it's a spade loser, a club loser, a diamond loser, maybe a heart loser. It's going to be close, actually. You know what? I'm going to try August. Just to see, uh, sorry, not August, August. Just to see how bad his hand is. Because he could have absolute garbage. And if he does, I think I want to be in three spades. Um, four clubs, okay. We don't have agreements for over interference over August, but four clubs can't be a strong hand, can it? Like, why would you bet blast to four clubs if you have a strong hand, right? Must be some kind of preempt. I'm gonna go four spades. It's possible Alad was thinking that double was something or bidding was something else, but I'm gonna go four spades and hope that we're making it. We might not. We'll see. Oh, whoops. Five clubs. Okay. Do I have a double here? I'm going to double. I'm not convinced this is going down, but I think I need to double this. It's a heart singleton for sure. The bad news is that Declare also has a heart singleton. So I need to decide how I want to defend this. If I play a heart back, Declare can discard from hand, but Declare won't discard. Declare will trump. Oh, it was a doubleton. Okay. So with six in dummy, five in here, two there, void there. He didn't lead a spade. He didn't lead a spade. Why? Why wouldn't he lead a spade? Probably because he has a hole in the suit. Something like ace queen. If he has ace queen, he wouldn't want to lead spades because I didn't immediately raise spades. If there's a good news piece here, it's that the Well, how many entries are there? The ace of diamonds is one entry, and there's always a roughing finesse in hearts. There's no reason not to cover here. Unfortunately, that nine of clubs might be an entry. If the nine of clubs is an entry, then we might be in trouble to like a running heart suit, or at least two heart tricks. So I'm going to win my queen of diamonds here. And now I have to decide how I want to play on the majors. So I think I might try running the jack of spades. Okay, so now Declare had zero hearts, one spade, probably three diamonds, and nine clubs, maybe? I don't know. Here, if Declare tries to win a heart, Alex can trumpet. I think Declare's going to play a. Okay. So he's trying to pitch a diamond on the heart. Alad should be able to trump this. So yeah, Declare started with eight clubs and should have probably pulled around of clubs first. I think Alad probably has another high club somewhere because otherwise Declare does best to just cash a round of clubs first. Maybe. So if Declare started with four diamonds of the 10, a singleton king of spades, and eight clubs, then those eight are eight solid clubs. If Declare didn't have that, then Declare is 7-5 in the minors and would have five diamonds. And if Declare has five diamonds and I started with three and Dummy had two and Alad had three, then okay, so that's the case. So Declare is going to win this diamond or club, and their hand should be good at this point. Yeah, and it's all clubs in South's hand, and Alad should not have any more at this point. Yep. That was a tough one. As it turns out, four spades is probably making. We have a club to lose. The hearts might be a ruff. The ace of diamonds is a loser. Perfect defense, I think, would result in us losing a ruff and the ace of diamonds and the ace of clubs. So not a bad sacrifice by them. I'm glad we did find the double rather than competing to five. As you can see, 200 there is a pretty good score. Nobody else is getting it, but it might be the par contract. It's true that some made it. Um, it's hard to make, but if clubs are 2-1, your nine of clubs is an entry, your ace of diamonds is an entry. The problem is that your heart got roughed. So I think on the heart lead, and the heart lead does help actually, Declarer. Um, the the thing to do is to pull trump, cross to the nine of clubs, run the high heart, and then cross the ace of diamonds, pitch the king of spades and a diamond on some losers. Maybe, I don't know. It's a hard make. So it's Michael and Steph. I have an opening bid if it comes to me, which it will. I have a spade bid. We had a couple of 70% boards. That's great. We're near that score overall, 68%. So we're on pace for a winning game. Hopefully we can keep it up. One club. So I have a nice overcall of one spade with a nice 5-card major suit. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Three hearts. Interesting. What is three hearts? Um, weak. Okay, great. So it's a weak three hearts. They are vulnerable. I have a decent heart holding, but it is underneath the long hearts hand. Alad's competing to three spades, and I have to decide if I want to go on. The problem with bidding on is that, is there a problem with bidding on? How good is my overcall in the first place? I actually think it's pretty good. So I'm going to go four, and this might be wild, but what's the worst that could happen? A double is the worst that could happen. Ace of hearts and a ruff would be bad for me. I'm hoping partner has a couple of aces, maybe the king of spades. He didn't go four spades, so he's limited. I see. Okay, so this is not going to be good. We are definitely in trouble here. I think three spades would have been down as well. So how do I avoid catastrophe here? It was a pretty quick 10 of clubs. So North has the ace, queen, jack, 10. And that six might be a singleton. But I'm going to ruff and hope that clubs aren't 7-1. They're not, so that's good. I'm going to go ace and a spade out. That queen of spades could be a singleton queen, but I don't know if it is. Either way, what I could do is cross the ace of diamonds, play the king of clubs. I don't need that for a pitch right now. If hearts are something like 7-0 or 6-1, then what do I do? Six clubs, spades, 1, 3. Okay. Let's assume that the diamonds are going to be friendly. If the diamonds are friendly and spades are 4-1, then here. Interesting. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so the spades are 4-1, okay. So I'll rough a diamond. So what do we have here? The bid was a club, so four clubs, four diamonds, four spades, one heart. What could that heart be? Probably neither the ace nor the queen. So that's not good. But I could rough a club. The problem is that then it goes, yeah, okay. So I think what I'll do is rough a club and then play out the king of hearts. And then play for down one. Oh, no. It was a stiff ace. Shoot. Okay, well, this works. Oh, how did that happen? All right, next hand. Alad, you don't need to say that. Okay, 12 points. got to open the bidding. Or no trump range here is 14 to 16. So there you go. Isn't my overcall way worse because of strong hearts? Ankeg, you are correct. I definitely misjudged that, and definitely my hearts are worse because of the heart bid, and I forgot to think. Um, but yeah, turns out I got lucky and ended up making that. Um, it should be down on different defense, but sometimes you misdefend, right? Uh, support double. Yeah, so this is not going to be, yeah, you can see spades is down, taking 7 tricks at other tables. At the double dummy, it should be done down 2, yeah. Um, after that ace of clubs, it should be down 1. I think the trick that they ended up costing themselves was the fact that North didn't ruff with the jack of spades when the jack of spades would have been a winner. Well, they cost themselves in a couple places here. Again, at that point, it still could have been down 2. Where are we now? Alad's going 2 hearts. North has decided North wants to introduce clubs at this point, probably indicating 6-4 or 5-5. I don't have anything to compete. I've bid my hand. If that's the case, South is likely to pass. And Alad, if he's got extras or a nice compete, can go 3 hearts. So, lead choice. Spade seems bad. The question is, do I lead my top diamond or do I lead the heart, that partner bid? So, in favor of the heart is if we knock out the ace of hearts and we've got a heart winner later, or we can tap declare it, then that's good. Partner, no, it's got to be a diamond here. It's got to be a diamond. I don't know what the heartbreak is exactly. There's a good chance partner has 5 hearts. He might hit 6. Alad will encourage with a doubleton diamond here. So I need to know to keep playing diamonds if that's the case. He'll discourage with 3. So that'll be something like a high spot. So here, he probably has jack for 3. So I'm not going to play more diamonds. Or rather, I might just play a low diamond here to partner's jack, if I'm assuming he has a jack. That would be sneaky. But if partner doesn't have the jack, then it's bad. He would play the highest spot he can afford. All right, let's see if North will play me for ace doubleton and put in the 10. Yep. Alrighty. Now Alad is probably holding something like ace queen of hearts or ace fifth. Knows not to play hearts. And by process of elimination, will probably end up playing spades. And his spade card will be an attitude shift, so I'll know whether or not he has the queen. But the diamond works too. So we're seeing a diamond play. There's a good chance North just throws off a spare heart here. Interesting, it's a spade. I'm not sure why a spade, because I would imagine that North has more spades than. Oh, yeah, North has what, 5 spades, right? So if North has 5 spades and 4 clubs and 2 diamonds and 2 hearts, well, why not throw off a heart? Maybe North has the queen of hearts. And if that's the case, um, I mean, I could play a diamond to get partner to trumpet. Do I want that to happen? If partner has something like jack of clubs? No. Okay. Are there holdings where getting him to ruff a diamond is bad? Is there any tempo concerns? No. I think that there's no reason not to clear the diamond suit, get partner to trump. Interesting. Partner is discarding. So partner discarded the 5 of spades, which is encouraging spades. Very curious. He did not trump. Yeah. So the reason no heart was pitched was because there was no heart loser. Declare has 3 spades left. What is the queen and the 10? If partner has one of those cards, and I think he has the queen, I can afford to play low here. What the f? Alad, you encouraged spades. Ah, whatever. Oh well. I mean, I guess there's no harm in throwing in the jack there. It's just confusing. I guess he encouraged spades because he had 2 of them. So at that point, if I play anything, I can always score a spade trick if I just score it. That is unfortunate that I threw away a trick. Natural 1 spade overcall. Yeah, he's right. It shouldn't have. All right. South fearlessly bid 1-no trump. I'm playing South for something in spades. I don't have a second bid here. Just got to pass. Defend 1-no trump. We'll see if partner trusts my overcall or not. I would expect him to consider alternatives because of the speed of the 1-no trump bid. The lack of a raise by partner is concerning. I think South probably started with 5 spades. And if that's the case, I don't know if I want to win my ace. I think I will win my ace, but then I have to decide if I want to continue spades or shift to an alternative. It was a very fast diamond off dummy, but it's not something I can shift to. So what I might do is, I think I'm going to win my ace of spades and then play a spade out to partner. And I don't know what South will put in, but it puts pressure on dummy to make discards. And I want dummy to be making discards here. Looks like we've got 3 spades, and Declarer will win what looks to be the Jack 10 eventually. And here I'll play the 3. I think Declarer probably has the Ace of Hearts, but if not, we're in a good place. So spades ended up being 5-4-4 around the table. Declarer is going to take 1 spade trick, the Ace of Clubs, that's 2, and then up to 4 heart tricks. South didn't bid hearts, so South doesn't have more than 4 hearts. All right, a lot of diamond pitches. We might be able to take a bunch of diamond tricks here. So that is promising. I will win my king, then play the spade. The 6 of clubs was definitely showing an odd number of clubs. I think probably something like 3. Okay, so that's low high. So he had 2 clubs. Declare started with 5 clubs, 4 spades, probably a singleton diamond and 3 hearts. So we might be able to take the next infinity diamond tricks. So I will win my ace of diamonds and king of diamonds and cross to partners 10 for a bunch of diamond tricks. But that is a discouraging diamond. Why would he discourage diamonds here? I don't know. Why would he discourage diamonds? It declares started with 3 diamonds, 5 clubs, 4 spades, and 1 heart. And I think at this point that is the most likely case. Then it might be better for me to shift to hearts here instead of cashing my king of diamonds. Declare has shown up with the jack of spades and the queen of clubs. That's 3 points. And if he also has the ace of hearts, that's enough to respond. He needs the ace of hearts at this point. So I think I do have to cash my king of diamonds here. Otherwise, okay, so that's the 10 of diamonds. Unfortunately, this blocks the suit. There's no way we can avoid that. I have to hope partner has the ace of hearts, but I think mathematically he cannot. Yeah, that should be a good board. Plus 200 is always great at match points. Yeah, any plus score would have been good there. On that last one, the difference between 3 clubs making 4 and 3 clubs making is only about half a match point. So it's not worth worrying about. On this hand, partner's opening 2 clubs. Most standard players or 2/1 players play this as showing a 22 plus point hand, but here we played as showing 6 clubs. I think I'm going to go 3 no trump, and I'm going 3 no trump because I want to dodge a spade lead. And any fooling around will only make it more likely for the opponents to bid spades or find spades. They're wide open, but if we don't get a spade lead, we should have 9 tricks off the top. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get a spade lead and partner will have ace, king, 10, fourth. So there you go. Okay, so good news is that we're in the right spot. Can we make more than 9 tricks? We've got 7 tricks in the minor suits. There's an interesting potential club blockage here to be noted. The ace, king of spades are 9 tricks. The 10 of spades is a certain trick for 10. The heart will make 11. I might be able to get a 12th trick. So first thing I want to do is win the ace of spades. And I think I'm going to knock out the ace of hearts next. Yeah. So the queen of hearts play will do the best to knock out the ace of hearts. But it didn't. Okay, that's fine. Let's clear the club suit. So I know that, or I'm very confident that South is the hand holding long spades here. So I will try a finesse right now. And because North threw off a spade, I know the spades are cashing. So the question is, how do I play for 12 tricks here? I think the best thing to do is to consider whether or not I want to duck a heart or lead a heart to the king. Because I got a heart duck, it's not clear to me where the ace of hearts is. It is most likely in North's hand. So a heart to the king will work here, but it will also work after I, say, cash out my clubs and spades. And the 10 of diamonds is good. Nice. Not bad way to finish the last board, taking 13 tricks and 3 no trump off an ace. Alan's thinking we probably got up to 70%. And with the way the last round went, well, we got an almost top board on this last one there. And then this last one should also be a top, I think. We should probably get there. 6 clubs can actually make, but it's not that easy to bid. So kudos to anybody who manages to find it. Yeah, nice clean 13 tricks. At the end there, North was pseudo squeezed in diamonds and hearts. After South unguarded all of diamonds, North didn't know where the 10 of hearts was. So if I'd been holding the 10 of hearts in hand instead of the 10 of diamonds, then North needs to hold on to the Jack of Hearts and not pitch all the diamonds. But as it happened, they got their signals crossed, and I managed to score that 10 diamonds at the end. Yeah, I love pseudo squeezes. Sometimes the opponents can't really do better, even with perfect signaling, than to make a guess against a pseudo squeeze. But here, I think with proper carding, they should have been able to figure it out. The spade lead was very fortunate. On a diamond lead, the hand plays very differently, and I probably just take 9 tricks. Though it is hard to lead a diamond. Double dummy, of course, I can make more with spades 3-3 queen jack on side, but it's not. It's too risky to do that once there's a diamond lead. And a diamond lead only it guarantees that it's held to 5 for what it's worth. All right, let's join another table. So I'm going to join this table because they are last Thursday's winners, and maybe they're doing well on this hand. So this is board 24 as well. 4 diamonds doubled by North. What a spot. And 4 diamonds doubled. Looks to be down a few, actually. This could be very good for East-West. Yeah, so this is down 3 for 500. So that is not good for North-South, but East-West are also a very good pair here, too. It's the director's partner. They're always they're always competitive and could be winning. I'm going to join this table if I can. No, hang on. There we go. Elad and Eric, the contract here's 3 no trump by East. It looks like he's taken 9 tricks so far, but the limit might have been reached with the diamonds cashing out. However, the diamonds are blocked, but that doesn't matter because the opponents just have diamonds and a good spade. So this is 3 no trump making exactly. I wonder if the trick 1 lead was a diamond here. Going back to trick 1, if I could count, it was a diamond, so they did well to find the diamond lead, and it was encouraged by the 1 diamond overcall by North over a 1 club bid. So that's why you overcall, right? It found the key diamond lead, holding it to fewer tricks than at other tables. So unfortunately for Elad and Eric, their opponents ended up defending correctly because they bid correctly. And just here's another 3 no trump by East. This looks to be a making 4. Making 4 should be the middle of the pack here. 5 clubs is bid at a few tables. It made exactly. It's easier to make 6 in clubs than it is in no trump, but nobody managed to find it. So after a very strong last round, we finished with a 70.41% game. Good enough for first place. At the other table, you could see the next 2 highest finishing pairs were that director and his partner who got a good last board to finish with 66%, and then their opponents who finished with a 58% game. Though in our direction, there was a 61% as well. And yeah, it was quite competitive north-south. Not as competitive in our direction. A few people sort of ran away with it. So overall, quite a good game. I did blow a trick on board 22, which cost us half a match point. No biggie. Um, Other than that, our errors were kept to quite a minimum. We got pretty lucky with the gifts we were given. We took advantage of some fortunate situations. Not every game is going to be this lucky, but we played well enough to have taken advantage of the mistakes the opponents made, and we were rewarded for it. So all of our luck came together today. We finished very strongly, and I feel great about that. That'll keep me going till Thursday. If you enjoyed the stream, thanks for watching. If you're watching this not live, I'm glad you tuned in for the entire 2.5 hour broadcast of this. Um, we got a lot of good boards, so if you want to see uh, what to do, maybe watch somebody else's bridge videos, but if you want to see what not to do, watch what our opponents did, because we got a lot of gifts today, and we took advantage. Uh, anyway, hope you enjoyed yourselves, and hope you enjoyed watching. I'll be back on Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Same kind of game, the Hart House Bridge Club game, and we are hoping to kick some more butt. All right, take care.